Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Two Guys One Crypt. Unfortunately, this week my co-host Chuck, he's going through a few personal things right now, so he wouldn't be able to make it this week. But I do have a different guest here with me. It's a new friend, to say the least, but he's a really cool guy, and I think everybody here is really going to really enjoy him. So here we go, Sam. I am Mason. How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I am doing wonderful. I wish Mr. Nasty was here, but you know, it's all good.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know how it, you know what's going on with him a little bit, you know. Hey, hey, actually, we already got people chiming in real quick. We got I'm pretty sure you know who this is. Southern Psychos Productions saying,
"Oh yeah,
I heard the co-host for tonight is super sexy."
Hey.
And it looks like we got Sean Smithson joining in too.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey everybody, hey Sean, how's it going, bud?" And he says, "Sam, I am Mason, my brother."
Yes, sir.
I take it you guys go back a little bit.
All right. I had to make sure that I put up my put it on my phone so that way I can kind of keep up with the comments and shit while we're going. So I'm on the computer and the phone at the same time.
Oh, dude, you're good, man. So I guess we should go ahead and just get started right away with talking a little bit about you, man. So I understand you have some new projects going on right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good, brother.
To check the I'm live streaming on Plenty of Fish streaming live. Oh god. Yeah, just I bet he's knocking it out of the park.
Hey, I didn't know you could live stream on POF.
I don't really know much about POF, to be honest. I've learned a little bit from it from Jack, and I guess he's doing live shows on Plenty of Fish.
Hey, fuck it, man. You know, right. I bet you're not being censored over there.
No, well, you're not being censored here either. To be fair.
Yeah. No, I just meant the whole bullshit with Facebook going on lately. So, you know.
Right. We got somebody chiming in saying whoop whoop. Unfortunately, that's just coming up as Facebook user right now. I'm not 100% sure who it is.
Okay, coming up for me is Andy Imhoff.
Oh shit, that's Andy Imhoff. Oh, that's a good friend of the show. He's over at Pardon My Fork, and he does Boost Booze and Barbecue as well. So he has like a race car show that he does, as well as a cooking show where it seems like their shows kind of turned more into wine tasting, which is kind of cool. It's interesting.
Well, I grew up racing, so he ever wants to chat about some of the old school shit, let me know.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be down to chat about that. That's for sure. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about you, man. So you got some new projects going on, don't you?
Oh, dude, I got a shit ton of projects right now. You know, unfortunately, with filming being shut down, you know, especially, you know, I'm based out of LA, so, you know, it's extremely ridiculous here. You know, but, you know, at the same time, you know, it is what it is, you know, so we're kind of just hanging in there. And, you know, I got some other things going on while you know, film is shut down. So right now, the biggest thing I'm working on is the Peanuts Gang reunion. And you can see it scrolling across the bottom of the feed right now. I have, there's the picture. So I partnered with Derek Mackey at Cool Waters Productions, and we are bringing together the largest Peanuts virtual autograph signing event ever. So we have 5 of the main characters. We have Brad Kesson, who's Charlie Brown. We have Jenny Holtzman, my girlfriend, who is the voice of Peppermint Patty. We have Jeremy Miller, one of my best friends. You may know him from Growing Pains. He was the voice of Linus. And then we have Stacey Tolkien, the voice of Sally Brown. And we have Angela Lee Sloan, who's the voice of Lucy. So they will all be in one location. We will be doing a live one-on-one panel on inhousecon.com. And you know, with Derek hosting that part of the event, and then as soon as the one-on-ones and the panel is over, we'll be going Facebook Live on the Peanuts group, which is at facebook.com /Peanuts Reunion. And you guys can get some of your collectibles signed. You want to get some stuff that you have, you can mail it into us, and we'll get all of them signed. And then you can also I'm watching you pointing. I'm sorry, slightly distracted.
No. No, that's my fault. You're talking about the site for it, so I was pointing down because we got the banner scroll and it has the site right there. So anybody who's tuning in at any point in time, they can see that on there and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So as soon as we get done with the one-on-ones and the the panel, we'll be going live so that the fans can actually watch their stuff getting signed. So that's going to be pretty cool. And you see my kid running through the background. He's actually the co-star of Normal Terror. So. Oh
wow!
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So I'm actually using my own kid. Unfortunately, I don't kill him, but
he looks taller there.
He has grown a lot in the last 2 years since we started production.
Oh, so I'm not going crazy. That's
no, you're not going crazy. He has, and it's kind of hurting and helping the production side of things, because as he's grown over the last 2 years that we've been filming this thing and working on getting it going, it shows a time span, which is great. So it goes as though it's appearing to go over a long period of time. So, that kind of helps the timeline and the story a little bit.
That's actually kind of cool. I like that. And plus, it's like you have the same actor, too, where you see that sometimes in movies where they film it so quick, where you get different actors doing it. But yeah, I like that. That's a really cool way to do it, man. It's intentional or not, it's still cool.
Yeah, it was definitely not intentional. I wanted to have this thing, when I first got into the writer, director, producers, side of things, and the backside of camera work, I didn't realize how difficult it would be to get the funding that you need to make a film. There's a lot of things that go into it. So it's kind of, a real pain in the ass. I figured, okay, I've got a great concept, it's from a different perspective that I've never seen done before, and so I figured I'd have people throwing money at me to get this thing done, and unfortunately I was very naive in that aspect, and it just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, unfortunately I see it happening all over the place as well. Doing what I do, I've met quite a few indie filmmakers, and it's unfortunate sometimes, but then again, because of it, sometimes it leads to better things as well.
Well, it takes on a life of its own, and that's been a great deal with this project, is it really has taken on a life of its own. The cast and crew has been fantastic. So we're just still pushing along and, hoping to get it out as soon as possible.
That's awesome. In fact, for Normal Terror, you sent me a video. So would it be okay with you if I go ahead and show everybody the trailer, if you will, for
Normal absolutely Terror? Just so that everybody knows, there's been a few people that have seen it. I've had it out for a little while, but I didn't want a stereotypical Hollywood type trailer for my first buzz cut for the film. I wanted to show what we were doing, how we were capable of doing it, because all of the special effects are practical. They're all done in house. And we're trying to bring something different, and something very, very brutal that I think the genre has been missing. So this is my artistic expression. The trailer was cut by Jessica Brown. I appreciate everything that she did. So yeah, enjoy.
And here you guys go.
How are you? Yeah.
Look into my eyes and I will tell you, I don't wanna be everything that you do. Show me what you think, show me what you feel. I don't wanna be the one to say it's not real. Come on, little girl, take me by the hand.
Yeah, you're my ride, bud. Come on in.
Everything you don't understand.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
You sure you're doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go. Make sure you put on your seatbelt.
Please let me go. Please.
Wow, that looks pretty fucking cool, man. I'm happy
appreciate
you're not
that.
as angry right now as you were just a second ago.
No, I try to keep that monster hidden.
Oh, do you? So is this based off of real life events? No.
No, I did a lot of research on serial killers, which is why I'm going from this angle. And it's from the perspective of a serial killer before he's caught. So there's no cops, there's no investigations. It's not about the victims and their story. It's about, this father-son relationship and trying to make his son as successful in life as possible. While he also has this demon inside that he doesn't have that conscious ability to realize what he's doing is wrong. So he struggles with his own inner demons.
That sounds really, really interesting. It almost I hate to be the one who compares, but it's, I don't know, I do it, but it kind of gives me a Dexter vibe almost.
It does kind of have a Dexter vibe to it, as far as, but I don't explain why he does what he does in the first film. I show you what he does, but I leave open a lot of interpretation for, I want the audience to question and wonder why he's doing this. I want, everybody to come at me and be like, well, why is he doing this? Was he abused as a kid? Was he, what happened? Where was that psychological, flip switch? Because honestly, we're all capable of doing horrible things under the right circumstances. So if somebody was to hurt our spouse or our children or, one of our family members, our instant thought is immediate anger. And what we would do to them. So I thought of the 8 ways that I would brutally hurt somebody given those circumstances, and that's what we're putting into this. So there's 8 murders in this film, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow, that's interesting. By the way, your friend, I'm assuming it's your friend. She calls you out. Hi, Sam. Amy Ellen Holbrook.
Hi, Miss Amy.
Yeah, she says hi. Just curious, with all these being practical effects, man, you had to use a shitload of fake blood. Just like looking through some of this stuff and everything. Because you did send me some photos as well that I'm going to go ahead and scroll through a couple of them if you don't mind.
Okay. No, not at all.
But yeah, you're definitely using up some fake blood for sure, buddy.
Yeah, I have a special recipe that I make that is very hyper realistic blood. It's not animal blood or anything like that. It's my own special formula. We do make it and sell it. So if anybody's interested, it's $60 a gallon. That picture right there is actually from the Gore Zone magazine. And when they gave us the review, they named us the rebirth of real American horror. So I was pretty honored to have them, say such.
That's awesome. Amy goes ahead and chimes in again with Sam does amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, so far from what I'm seeing, I couldn't agree more, honestly. And to be honest, I'm a huge fan of practical effects too. So you really won me over with that. I've been seeing a lot of stuff that's been using CGI blood and just pretty much CGI everything. And it's I don't know, me personally, I guess I cherish the horror movies from like the 70s and 80s, before we had everything just done for us like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the poster.
Thank you. No. Yeah, I think that kind of shows the the protagonist and the antagonist really battling himself. So
Yeah, I definitely see that for sure, man. That's a really cool picture too. I am really sad though because I had to convert it down, and so I should let everybody know that this picture actually does have movement to it as well. But for reasons that StreamYard, it's blah blah blah. You don't want to hear it. I get it, but it's a lot cooler if you message Sam and he sends you it.
yeah, I used an app on my phone to create a moving GIF, just kind of give it a little bit of life, and added some some music to it from we've got a couple of different people we're working with for score and for soundtrack. Severmind is one of the bands that we're working with. Created the song for the autopsy scene that they just released. It's called Open Wide. You can find them at Severmind on all medium platforms. And then also my buddy Jack London, who did the title track that you heard in the trailer with the Normal Terror title track.
I actually really like that. I was going to ask you that if you didn't say anything. It was a really catchy tune. It reminded me of something, but it's like one of those things where I just can't pinpoint what.
Right.
It's very fitting though, for sure, for that. Like was that music actually chosen beforehand, or did your editor put that in there? Because that was a really fucking good call.
No, the song was written for the film. All the music that we're using, it was picked for each scene to kind of give a feel for the scene. We're not going traditionally where it's all heavy or it's all poppy. It's each scene has its own tone and its own vibe. So we're kind of moving along with the coloring and and all that stuff to give you an emotional unease of what the characters are going through to bring you into the film and make you feel a part of it.
Nice. So I'm assuming we'll be getting a 8-track CD release afterwards. One for each kill.
I'll have to talk to everybody, but I'm sure we could possibly make that happen.
That would definitely be pretty cool, man. And who doesn't like a CD with their movie?
Right?
Hell, Coheed and Cambria has had a pretty good luck with their comic book creating it with the CD.
Dude, that's fucking brilliant, man. I love it.
Yeah, hey, me too, man. I truly do, and I think Gore Streak did that too as well when they were doing when Rough House released that, which is also pretty cool. But anyways, man, I brought you on here today so we can watch a movie.
Yeah.
And I know that this is a movie that you cherish very, very dearly. So I guess I should go ahead and introduce it. So we are doing 2015's Demonic. This was directed by Will Cannon, who I looking into some of the stuff that he's done. I didn't know too much of it, to be honest with you, but one of the titles stands out to me, and it's called Air Jesus. And I'm really hoping it's a basketball movie, and I need to figure out where I could find it.
Right.
But with just the name alone, I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm already in.
Yeah.
And this was written by Max Labella and Will Cannon. And going back to Will Cannon, he really didn't do too much. And then with Max Labella, the only thing I noticed with him really is that he edited Children's Hospital, which is still kind of cool, but is what it is. And then we just got this long list of cast here, and it's Maria Bello, Frank Grillo, Cody Horn, Dustin Milligan, Scott Mitchlausis, Megan Park, Aaron Yu. Yeah, I fucking suck with names. I'm not even gonna hide it.
Not as bad as I do.
Hey, I roll with it though, man. I figure,
I dig that.
They would probably mess mine up as well, and it's okay.
Right.
Whatever. We're not perfect. It's okay.
It's all good, brother.
Right. And I don't know about you, man, but I thought the actors in this movie did an okay job, considering.
Okay. I'm hypercritical. I'm a horror connoisseur. I come from the 70s and 80s horror, stuff. As much as I love Hellraiser, it's my favorite fucking, franchise. Okay? Looking back at it now, it's cheesy and campy as fuck. Okay?
That's what made it good though
I
too.
appreciate what they did at the time. You know, and I love that kind of stuff. You know, I love horror, but I love a good story. I love it shot well. You know, I've got some pet peeves when it comes to film. You know, and so I break down a film like a director breaks down a film. I don't look at it from an audience standpoint most of the time. You know, so I'm looking at camera angles and lighting and, you know, reflections and background and, you know, and all of this other stuff and how it was put together. And, you know, I think it's lacking. I think they could have done a much better job. I thought some of it was very lazy. You know, some of the acting was pretty good. You know, I love Frank Grillo. He's a great actor. I don't think he really gave it in this one. This was not one of his better performances.
No, for sure. But going back to you know, a great story, I guess I should go ahead and tell people what this is about, just in case they haven't seen it. So this is from my IMDb. I'm not going to write out my own thing about this because it's pretty fucking basic when you really break it down. A police officer and a psychologist investigate the death of 5 people. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I It's funny because like right now, as we speak, my 4-year-old's sleeping in the other room watching Monster House.
Nice.
Like, that's like literally, and she hasn't watched it in months, so it's kind of weird that she put it on today and then you mention it. But
nice.
like, yeah, I guess I could see that though. Yeah, it's I guess the story. It seems like, I don't know. It seems like I've seen this movie 100 times. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's like this kind of story. Just it's been done. Like, you know, maybe not 5 people dying and then investigating, and you know, maybe not that, you know, like I guess a view of the story, but the story in general, haunted house, shit goes crazy, motherfuckers die, and whoop, we get a twist. And like honestly, spoiler alert, I guess. I called that. Yeah. like really, really quick. But you know, overall though, I don't know. I guess I'll start off with probably one of the things that I didn't like about this movie so much. Like,
you're gonna start with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with it. All right. So, well, like, you know, we can sit here and talk about like the whole thing, but like, there was something that happened right away from the fucking beginning, and it really irritated me. And like I told you right beforehand, man, it was like somebody went back in time, hired the Goomba guys from fucking Super Mario Brothers movie, and fucking had them filming this whole thing. It was just like this the whole fucking time, and it bugged me right from the beginning, and I couldn't stop looking at it because like every time you see the corner of the screen, it was just
what do you mean?
It's like, why are you doing this? It's like right in the beginning, we get all these weird fucking scenes with, you know, they're packing up their camera stuff and getting everything ready. And while they're packing shit up, I see a motherfucking tripod. Why didn't they fucking use it? Like I saw it in the movie. Like what do they do? Go get a fake one that doesn't work just to use for the movie?
I think that was actually a fuck up. I don't think the tripod was supposed to be on camera.
Right, they never used it. They just had it. They just packed it. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. But like the whole time, like there was just no reason for it. Like even when we see, well, I guess they used the tripod in the beginning when they're doing the interview of him. But when they go back to those shots and they're like showing that point of view, the camera's moving. But it fuck that. That pissed me off. I'm just gonna say. But like,
oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, dude, it reminded me a lot of like Blair Witch-ish type fucking filming. You know,
right.
I like what Blair Witch did. I think it was probably the best marketing scheme of all time. But I had a hard time watching the film. You know, it didn't give me the uncomfortable feeling that I want from a horror movie.
No, I didn't really get it either. But then again, to be fair, I saw Cannibal Holocaust before that came out. So found footage films for me were,
Yeah.
I already knew what they were. I'm like, you know, but you know, that happens. I'm assuming I'm not the only one who saw that one first.
Oh no, I fucking love that movie.
Oh, dude, me too. In fact, I think we should probably just stop talking about demonic and just talk about Cannibal Holocaust. Like, yeah, that's how good this movie was, guys. I'm just gonna ditch it. No.
Yeah, it's I did watch it all the way through. I did. Just for this.
I fell asleep the first time.
Nice.
To be honest.
But it's like, well, I mean, I fall asleep to fucking horror movies all the time, but for me it was very lackluster. I think they could have done so much better with it. If they would have taken a little bit more time, and from a filmmaker standpoint, I understand the difficulty, in putting all this stuff together and editing it right. And, I'm going through that right now with some of my shit. But it's, I just think that they didn't select the best that they had. I think they selected, very lazily in their shots. They gave away the story very early on. The makeup, it's funny because, like, if you watch the makeup in the interview when they're interviewing the guy in the beginning, and as it goes through, found footage is life. Worst one though, Paranoia Tapes 4, Kennel House.
Do you know why he's saying that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's his.
No. I'm in that one.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
No.
It is.
Oh.
It is. It's actually
but-
loved worldwide somehow. I don't know why. Some people say it's my face.
All right on. I could see that.
Right.
You got a pretty face. I like it.
Oh, dude, same to you, man. Same to you.
You got that ginger thing going on.
It's definitely not ginger. It's definitely brown. That's the thing. This is probably the lighting in here. Like,
all right. Well, it looks very gingerish.
It's actually pretty dark, but it's okay. Yeah. We'll pretend. I'll definitely.
All right, we're gonna give you the ginger card for today.
Okay, I'm assuming that comes with no benefits.
No, just that you lose your soul, from what I understand.
I feel like I can get away with a lot more today. That's for sure.
But if you going back to the makeup, if you watch the makeup in the beginning of the interview, while he's horribly upset and all this stuff is going on, his eyes are very dark. His tears are, they're tears, but and then as it progresses throughout the interview in the film, he almost seems to come back to life more and more. And so for me, it's like showing, like, I think you wanted to flip that, in my opinion. So you want to show him being more alive in the beginning and then show him turning demonic as he goes on. So for me, that was a dead giveaway that it wasn't really him.
Well, like, I guess, like, we'll have to go back to this a little bit later, but I guess this is gonna, like, I guess, kind of debunk that a little bit. Like, you gotta keep in mind, like, when we see him in the movie, is it really him? Because when you're seeing all the playbacks, it is the progression that you're asking for. You know what I mean? But then we have this new him afterwards that you get from the beginning. So because of the flashbacks, I see what you're saying, but oh, fuck you, Jack. You do look ginger, though, and I bet the carpet matches the drapes, too.
I'm with Jack on that one.
Are you? I'm going to be honest. It does not match the drapes.
We don't need to find out.
I already did. But no, man, this movie was fucking.
Well, but piggybacking off what you said right there, as far as the progression goes, it doesn't actually say when he was killed. So I'm assuming that he was the first one killed, which is why he was the one who was taken over, even though he was the last one found.
Right. You know, that is a really big loophole because, like, I guess let's just be spoilery as all fucking hell. Who really cares? This movie came out in 2015. It's for free on Netflix. If you guys
If you
don't want
haven't
to
seen
spoil,
it, that's
pause
your
it and
fucking
come
problem.
back. Well, I wouldn't go that far. That's mean. No, I'm joking. Hey, we actually got Sean Smithson chatting up in here. He says, Jack, you butthead, get me up. Or sorry, you butthead got me
Knock
up.
me up.
Oh, hit me up, he says afterwards.
Ooh.
Ha. Yeah, I will I'll help you guys out after the show. Jack got rid of some social medias. But
He's taking a break, focusing on himself and his shit. So it's all good, man.
yeah,
What's
fair
up,
enough.
Avery? How you doing, brother?
Is that Avery joining in right there? 'Cause
Yeah, man.
It's popping up as Facebook user.
Yeah,
I gotta figure this shit out. Like,
yeah. It's
I don't
Avery
know.
Crumley, who is he's
Yeah, I
he's
know
an
who he is.
amazing graphic artist. He actually did the concept poster for my next film, which is going to be no social media. Right, we know.
I already said it.
A little late to the party there, bro. But yeah, my next film is going to be Wicked Train, the Casey Jones saga. And then of course I have Faceless with Jack and Southern Sickos. So yeah, we've got a lot of things going on. So
You said Casey Jones saga?
yes, the Casey Jones saga, but not Casey Jones the like from Ninja Turtles, but Casey Jones, the train engineer.
You lost me. No, I'm joking. I wanted to see what happened with Casey Jones.
Well, think 13 Ghosts, but on a train in steampunk fashion.
Huh.
Yeah.
Would the ghosts be from different eras? And then if they were
Yes.
from different eras, would they also be steampunk ghosts? Or would they be regular ghosts?
It kind of transitions
Huh.
over the timeline.
I'm always down for a good ghost story. I'm not gonna lie. Which is a big part of the reason, I guess, pulling it back in there to why we're doing this movie. And
What movie are we doing?
Demonic. I know it was so fucking impactful. You know what I mean? I just can't get it out of my head.
I will say though, I did like the very end scene where the baby runs his hand across her stomach. That was cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they use the same effect when you're watching a shark movie and you see the fin go right underneath the water.
Well, yeah, but it was still cool. I mean, granted, we already knew by that point what was going on.
Yeah, that's true. I do have a really, really big issue with this movie, though. So we see all the flashbacks, right? And I got to watch this movie essentially 1.6 times. So I got to see some of these flashbacks a couple of times. So as I'm watching these, we get to see certain people die. So we get, his one buddy, the one chick and everything, but we never see him put his girlfriend where she is. Right. And we don't know if that happens before or after he's attacking the other guy and pulls his tongue out. And so and then for that guy to know it, well, since he knew it, then I guess the girl had to be put in there beforehand, but nobody stopped him. And how would he know? Like, I don't know. There was just some weird plot holes there when you're trying to tie in how this all went together. Yeah. Not to mention that all the guy actors, they do what I call pulling a Jack Hunter, where they go and wear really dark eyeliner.
They're all wearing the guy liner.
Jack, just so you know, Sean, Jack says, tell Sean I miss him, but I won't be on social media till maybe 2021, if that.
Yeah, call him on his fucking phone.
Yes, in fact, if he says okay, I will give Jack's phone number out publicly live. So
everybody hit his ass up.
Right? I did that to somebody once, dude. It turned into a fucking disaster. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's a brother check-in. We got to check and make sure he's doing okay.
Right. Fair enough. But going back to the movie, man, there's There's a shit ton of plot holes. There really, really fucking is. And I can't believe that guy crawled through that milk thing going out. Nor can I believe that somehow they used that for milk, for the milkman. Like,
yeah, it didn't really fully explain how that tied together because it wasn't really the milk chute.
no, but like for it to go from where it was to outside where the milkman would be, it would have to be set up like a bank, like drive-through line with like some kind of suction tubes, which they would not have that there. Otherwise, we'd be living in Jetson times.
Right. Or it would have to be like a slide where it comes down and consistent gradual, thing.
Right. But from where it was, like,
right.
I don't know. It's just super inconvenient. That would block half their fucking kitchen. Like you wouldn't even be able to walk around it. It'd be too tall.
Right.
And Sean misses Jack. Just throwing that out there. It's very, very cute. I'm sure they're gonna have some fun times later.
I'm loving the bromance.
There's a lot of that going on, I noticed.
So
man, so I guess, man, dude. I guess overall, what did you think of this movie?
I give it 0.5 stars.
0.5 stars.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair. I'm going to give it a 1.
It was worth watching just to fuck with.
I get that. I'll give it 1 just because I do like a ghost story. But like that camera bullshit really fucking pissed me off, dude. Like to no end. I couldn't handle it.
And there's a reason I took my glasses off. I took my glasses off because I noticed that it was causing some light spots on the fucking camera. And so I took my glasses off because that's one of my biggest fucking pet peeves when it comes to filmmaking. There are so many different ways to remove light spots from the fucking lens while you're filming that it's just not necessary. And it doesn't add anything to the fucking film. Unless it's like a sunset or a fucking sunshot or something like that makes it necessary and part of the cinematography. But they had fucking they were using fucking construction light setups, fucking the all over the place and fucking hey Bubba, what's up? But they were using fucking flashlights and fucking all this shit and pointing them directly into the fucking camera. That's just lazy.
Yeah, they probably did that just to hide things. That it was probably added afterwards just to fucking hide certain things that were in the shot that shouldn't have been. Like, I can completely see that for sure. And Bubba left. Let's go ahead and talk to Bubba for a second because this is a surprise. I didn't invite nobody else to this stream. So let's see. What does Bubba Myers have to say about this piece of shit movie? Fair enough. So there you go, guys. You've heard it from Bubba Myers himself, or you saw it from Bubba Myers himself. Luckily, I think he might be able to be our official sign language person. So
nice.
Maybe. I honestly have no idea. I feel like that might be the extent of the sign language.
So wait a second. You don't do closed captions then?
No, I'm sorry. I know. I know. But I don't know. Like, my phone does it automatically. So I don't know if everybody's phone does it automatically, but I just assume they do. That's for sure.
Cute lips. I thought that duck face shit was like out already. That's like 2016.
It is. He needs to stay the fuck down. Man, so I guess I should get on to like the next little thing that I like to do with a lot of these movies, man. Is and this is one of the new things that I introduced just a couple episodes back. So I like to go through and randomly pick up a review and check out what somebody else thinks of this movie and get an outsider's opinion. And I'll be honest, I've had a few that's cracked me up pretty fucking bad, man. But, then again, I might be the only one laughing. I find it fucking hilarious, though. So I don't really care.
I'm actually glad you're doing that because, as we were talking about before, there's another filmmaker friend of mine who's working on getting his film out there to the masses, and is fucking totally deserving, and that's Billy Pond. And Billy Pond did Circus of the Dead, and he's been posting on social media lately all of the bad reviews, and it's fucking great, man. I think it's beautiful. He's
really funny.
holding that and accepting that, and fucking, and most of the reviews are that it's a horrible and fucking vile film, and people should not watch it because it's like, ridiculously, like, not that the film itself was bad, but like it's just that disgusting and vile. Which for me as a horror fan, I think it's fucking great. Thank you.
That's awesome. I definitely want to check that out for sure. Anything that's disgusting and vile is like right up my fucking alley. That's
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. So let's go ahead and I'll start with the first one that I pick here. Now keep in mind, these are not the opinions of me or Sam I Am Mason. These are the
But I
opinions
may
of
agree with you.
well, we might agree. We might agree. You're right. But I guess I'll just go ahead and say this. So this is the opinion of Jessica Fisher Queen. It's titled James Wan produces another racist dud. Demonic, produced by James Wan, blah, 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 blah. The lowlights. A plot twist you can see plainly. And I don't know that fucking word. This person's fucking smart. I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming from lugubriously. I don't.
I'm not that smart either.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking syllables in that one. I definitely need to get like a dictionary or something on the show. Instead I go and spend money on a fucking spin wheel. So yeah, spin wheels are fun. So it says you can plainly see the twist coming from virtually the opening scene. Plenty of witless discussion of the finer points of ghost hunting from a group of thoroughly unlikable young people who are meant to be charming. I changed my mind from my earlier statement. This is the opinion of me and possibly Samford.
Yeah, I thought the dick measuring contest in the beginning was kind of fucking stupid, but
No, for sure. This says not one authentic moment in this film, not 1 minute of any. Holy shit, this fucking asshole. I need to stop reading some of these reviews of these like really, really smart people. But like this pretty much the production had a hefty enough budget so they could afford top quality actresses. But Maria Bello was utterly wasted here. So yeah, I can see that. Now this right here's the part I'm really curious about. It says Wan is an embarrassing and frankly racist artist. I've never heard that James Wan is racist. So this is news to me. I don't know about you.
I've never heard it.
Me neither. It says why doesn't the oh god, I don't want to say this. All right. Why doesn't the token Asian in his films ever have a real chance with the inevitability mouthy white girl with big breasts?
Wait a second. All right, I'm half Filipino. I know I don't look it, but I'm half Filipino. Okay. When did we start getting token Asians?
I
I've
don't
never
know.
heard that before.
I've been watching Kung Fu movies since I was little, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude, Kung Fu Hustle is one of my favorites.
I was always a bigger fan of Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh hell yeah, the token white Asian guy.
Right. But hey, she answers the question for us.
Oh,
You want to hear what her answer is to why?
Hell yeah.
Wan is pandering to a mainstream white audience with comforting and racist cliches about Asians. They're always portrayed as comic relief, the goofy, non-threatening character. That way he thinks he himself would be more acceptable to a mainstream audience. I'd wager that the vast majority of people who see his productions don't know or care who he is in the first place. They just automatically drive down to their local Crapple X theater and see whatever's on tap.
Okay, and I gotta add in there, if you notice, the Asian guy is also the tech guy. So that kind of plays into the racist, viewpoint of Asians being, superiorly intelligent to most white folks, and having that ability, to be the tech guy. But he
Right.
doesn't fucking say anything or do anything other than scream when he's getting axed in the back.
So I feel like this person's review could have been completely fixed if he would have had a sex scene with the white chick.
Okay.
So if James Wan is checking us out, let the Asian guy have sex with the white chick.
Everybody wants to see it, evidently.
Well, apparently one person does, that's for sure. Oh god. So let's go ahead and go to another one real quick. All right, this is an easy one. It just says lame. Don't waste your time. Most boring, pathetic piece of garbage I've ever seen. The ending tries to take you for a spin and supposed to be a surprise, yet it only ended up making no sense and being completely stupid. Boring, lame movie. Nothing demonic or scary about it. Just plain boring and dumb. And by the way, let me go ahead and add, because I'm not going to read them all, but there's at least 10 other ones that said there's nothing demonic. And I agree, I guess, like almost, because the only real demonic thing that we get is the ending when we see the hand inside of the baby. Other than that, we don't actually get to see anything demonic happen. We see ghosts and apparitions, but nothing demonic. It's implied.
I agree with that one. I mean, I guess where they're pulling the demon from is that it does trace back to demonic possession, but it never really fully explains that in the story, nor does it really, and then they tried to throw in a twist that, oh, well, it was this dude's mother who survived, so they're trying to bring him back, and then he ends up getting possessed and killed, so he's not the one who survives, but his offspring is the one who survives, and it's fucking all over the place.
Right. Not to mention, like we get that, like, what was it in the beginning and everything with it? Like he's having dreams. So it's like we get this whole like telepathic kind of thing where he's like in tune with the house too, which really, like, it's reminded me of fucking just watching Ghost Adventures. You know what I mean? Like Zach Baggins does the same fucking thing every fucking week, and nobody goes and fucking goes nuts over that.
I think they should. It would make the show better.
No, he really does though, man. Like, I don't know if you watch it, but like that motherfucker gets possessed all the fucking time. It's whoa.
Sweet, the lights came on. Nice.
Fancy. I like it, man. It's a really nice looking backyard you got there, dude.
This is actually my front yard.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have never seen a fenced in front yard.
Well,
I have, but like really, really, really big places.
Dude, my entire place is surrounded by fucking 6-foot block wall.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Well,
right?
Is it for a reason, or did someone was just like, you know what? Let's put up this wall.
I don't know, but I don't like people, so it works great for me.
Fair enough, man. I really can't argue with that at all. I really can't. So I guess we went ahead. We talked about this movie. Overall, I can really say that both of us really didn't like it too much. So watch it at your own risk. I just don't watch it. Just watch what we said about it. That's pretty much all you really need to know. You'll have way more fun watching Ghost Adventures than pretending it got crazy at the end. By the way, spoiler alert: the dude's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's gone.
Right, and a guy with no tongue who can scream knocked him on his ass somehow.
Yeah, what was up with that, dude?
I think he was half siren, and we'll get that in the sequel. I don't fucking know. It made no fucking sense, dude.
Is that a new Marvel sequel coming out with that?
The siren, yeah. I doubt it. So, I do have a question though. So seeing what we saw at the end and everything, they kind of set it up for the possibility of a sequel. What if there was a sequel? What do you think would happen next?
More shit.
Fair enough. I think I feel like they could have used this as like a prequel for The Omen.
Yeah, a really bad prequel to Omen.
Fair. I didn't say good. I just said
Yeah.
a prequel.
Yeah, it would definitely work as a prequel to The Omen. But I mean, fuck, dude, look at Red Dragon was a prequel to Silence of the Lambs, and they did fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a really fucking good movie. I missed that one.
I
See,
just
I
watched.
knew I should have done like a good movie review show.
But then it wouldn't have been as much fun.
No, that's definitely for sure, man. 100%. So I guess before we go ahead and start wrapping this up a little bit, I do have a couple of things that I would like to announce. So first off, we got some new things for the raffle event that we're doing. And I know that you know about it, Sam. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the banner for it. So if anybody's interested in checking that out, you go to talesfromthepodcast.com/fundraisers. There's masks on there now. So some of them come with entries as well. So you're getting double things for those. And then the entries themselves are $5 for one, $20 for six. It kind of encourages people for the $20 one. Hopefully we get some more entries in and everything, but we do actually have a couple of extra prizes that came in. So one of my good friends that we had on the show, Tales from the Podcast, a little while back, was Kevin Given, and he was really nice, and he sent us a couple copies of the Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter, his newer one that just got released when he was actually on the episode. Well,
Nice.
when he sent it to me, he failed to mention, and honestly, I'm happy because it was like a really cool surprise. You know when that happens when someone just doesn't say it and just sends it. But
Right.
to be added to the same prize pack, we have the Dracula Rising comic book that he did for Carl Vincent.
Nice.
Oh, dude. And here, I'll go ahead and show you guys some of the artwork in here too, because it actually looks really, really cool. It's a little bit different than what you see on the cover, but we got heads being chopped off. It's fucking sweet, dude.
Dude, everybody loves a good beheading.
Oh, dude, for sure. And obviously, if anybody's into horror, they're probably watching this. And dude, these are the comic books to check out for sure, especially if you're into some of these things. Let's see here. We got Sean signed pineapple whip cups from Lance.
Lance Wagner from the Wagner.
Yeah, I know who Lance is. No, I guess I should probably ask him for one. Maybe then Sean will throw in a few more entries. By the way, thank you, Sean, because he entered as well.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, Sean's fucking amazing. He actually did. I commissioned him to do a couple of projects for me. So as soon as we get out of this little bit of financial burden that we're under, I'm going to be paying for those, and you'll be seeing those soon too.
That's awesome. He does quite a bit of woodworking, which is pretty cool. I've been watching as he has a project that he's working on right now doing with the guitar, and he and I had a few discussions about that.
That's for Billy Pond.
Oh, is it? That's very interesting. Oh, look at you, Sam, just bringing all of your friends in.
Dude, Joe Ridgely from Romero Pictures Indie Brigade. Or actually, I think it was switched. Joe is the producer for Romero Pictures Heavy Metal Indie Brigade because George Romero is now a part of Heavy Metal and they are working on shit together.
Very, very, very cool. And I'm assuming that is George C. Romero.
That's correct.
Yes. That's really cool.
He is the legacy to the creator of Zombies.
That's awesome. It's a really nice thing to hear and notice when somebody like him is able to come from where he's come from and bring up and do his things on his own. And I think it's really cool and very inspiring what George does. Dude,
George and the Indie Brigade are absolute phenomenal. If you get a chance, check them out. Hashtag blame Joe. But no, George Romero is a phenomenal guy. Joe and everybody he has over there, have done a phenomenal job. They're doing great things for the community. And they've got a whole lot of shows out there. David Madison has a show on the Indie Brigade. Tiffany Shepis has a show on the Indie Brigade. Richard fucking Grieco has a show coming out on the Indie Brigade. Chuck Nasty has a show on the Indie Brigade.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lance and Sam Wagner have the Wagner Wiles. So, it's they're a great community and they do a lot for the community. And George has a lot of big things coming up. So, I'm
That is
honored to
very cool.
call him friend and brother.
That's awesome. I'm very excited to see what he's going to be doing with his whole take on zombies.
Definitely.
It's very interesting to see what his perspective is going to be.
I think his project is called The Rise, if I'm not mistaken. Joe, maybe Joe can help me out with that.
If Joe's still tuning in, maybe he will. And while we're waiting on that, let me go ahead and show this off real quick, because this is also given by Kevin Given as well. This is one of the graphic novels. This is not a comic book. This is an actual graphic novel for Carl Vincent. And man, the artwork in these is incredible. I fucking love these. Like the way he's doing his... Well, I don't think he's actually doing the artwork. I need to see who's did the artwork in this one. I don't know if he's actually kept the same artist through every single one. I don't see the artist name.
And I swear I don't have scabies or something
Rodolfo.
intractable. I'm outside and fucking mosquitoes are horrible out here right now. And so I've been getting fucking ate up while I'm out here. So if you see me scratching or anything like that, it's fucking, it's bugs, not fucking something contagious.
I was just going to assume that you were just like heavily into math, but it's okay.
No, brother. I've actually been sober 11 and a half years. So
hopefully not from math.
From a little bit of everything. I was addicted to more.
Oh, fair enough. I did not mean to get into that conversation. My bad.
It's all good, hey, I have no problems talking about it whatsoever. So,
right. Well, let's keep it light anyway. So we got Sean chiming in and says, "Yep," and Cold Dead War. Oh, then he corrects it. Cold Dead War. I'm assuming that's one of George's other projects. I'm assuming.
Maybe The Ride. Yes. Okay. Joe, thank you for getting back to us.
And Cold Dead War. So there we go. There we go.
All right.
Congratulations on that, by the way. Oh, by the way, I also have to announce that today I found out that I am a producer on season 4, Malvolia, the Queen of Screams now too. So that's interesting. So
man, I was a character with Queen Malvolia last year. So I was in her Christmas special.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. I played the character of Grylo.
Yeah, I didn't know that was you. I've watched them all over the last couple of weeks.
I appreciate Jen bringing me in and giving me the opportunity to do that. So, thank you. Oh, look, Lance is finally here. Fucking the end of the show, and Lance is here.
Well,
and I got to give Lance some shit because Lance and I have been friends for a couple of years here. He's a huge supporter of Normal Terror. He's actually going to be in Normal Terror, but he's yet to have me on his show.
Really?
Just saying.
Well,
I love you to death, brother, but I got to fuck with you a little bit.
Does that mean that I'm a better friend?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that.
Technology.
Blame Joe.
Oh man, dude, this has been fun, dude, for sure. I definitely need to get you on again sometime, man. You're a blast.
Anytime, brother, man. No matter what, anytime at all, dude. I was gonna say like something really derogatory and vile, but I'll hang off on that one. it had to do with Chuck Nasty, so
Oh well, then we know how I can get. That's for sure. We got Sean chiming in again here too. He says heavy metal projects are The Rise and also Cold Dead War. Sorry, been awake since yesterday at 5 a.m. trying to get Billy Pond's guitar done. Fair enough. Lance says, easy, Joe.
If you want to go back to talking about meth, maybe we want to talk to Sean a little bit and do an intervention.
Oh, fuck.
I'm kidding, Sean. I'm kidding.
Well, He's
I did
implying
not-
he's
I did
tired,
not
so I
watch
think we're looking at it backwards. Maybe he needs a meth connection.
Oh shit, maybe,
You know how fast he would get that guitar done?
dude. Fucking heartbeat.
Oh, dude.
I'm not gonna say how good it would be, but he could probably get it done pretty quick that way.
I did. Yeah, you're probably right there. And we got Lance chiming in again. He says, issue number 300 of Heavy Metal Magazine is awesome. That's actually really cool. Lance, if you got time, hurry up and send in over here where people can find that so I can let people know where they can actually go and check out these magazines in the is that a comic book? I'm not sure if it's a comic book or a magazine. I'm assuming it's a comic book.
Heavy Metal, I think, is a graphic comic book, or graphic novel, or
I feel like I've seen both.
Long fucking time.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen Heavy Metal on all forms of different kinds of publication, to be honest with you. I don't think they're actually stuck to any certain thing. I don't know what they're doing nowadays, to be honest.
I wish I could answer that.
Killer's Choice, Coffee, and ADHD.
All
I feel what now add meth in there. So coffee, meth, ADHD.
Right. Now
You could probably take ADHD with the meth because I think that's just going to overdo it. So.
I'm not gonna say that I watched Sean adult comics. Okay.
Yeah, he says magazine, adult comics.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna say that I saw Sean and Gunny get drunk on a video and Sean fall over and trip over an extension cord. So I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, fair enough. We don't need to embarrass anybody. So I will edit that out probably never. And Joe chimes in, it's a monthly magazine with multiple stories in it. That's really interesting because my main show that I do is Tales from the Podcast, where I break down Tales from the Crypt, and I also do a comic book comparison to the 1950s source material. And every one of those comic books is laid out as an anthology series as well, with multiple hosts telling different stories in it, which I believe they're pretty much like the originators of that kind of story. And well, if not the originators, the 50s is still pretty fucking influential for that time period. And because of them, we got things like Creep Show and, magazines like this with multiple stories in it. They definitely did nothing to make that better. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it's amazing. And Sean chimes in, Borders Bookstore has them now and then monthly as a subscription. That's interesting.
Right on.
And then we got Heavy Metal is now collaborating with Romero Pictures Indie Brigade. George is in issue 300. Is he in the comic book or did he write it? I think it would be really cool if he in it.
He's in it.
Oh, did they put him in
There's
a
a
comic
picture
book
of George
character?
doing the famous director's pose that we have all done at some point in time.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think I've seen that. I feel like I've already seen the picture.
Right?
All right. Sean chimes in. I have to be wrapped in bubble wrap when I drink with Gunny.
Yeah, not surprising. You can't drink with a fucking Marine.
Probably not. But I encourage you to try it every fucking time. every time. I encourage it. And Joe says to watch the Heavy Metal animated movies.
Yes.
That's actually a really good idea. One. And Lance chimes in, article about him, and he's also writing for Heavy Metal. That's really cool too. So hopefully that goes really good for him and everything, man, for sure. Yeah. That's quite the accomplishment to be working on something like that. I know Heavy Metal's been around for a fucking long time.
Yeah, dude.
So that's really, really cool that he's able to be part of something like that, for sure.
Definitely.
So I guess before we go ahead and wrap up and everything, like I said, guys, go check out the fundraiser, talesfromthepodcast.com/fundraiser. Help support us when we're working with Malvolia Season 4. We're getting close to where we need to be and everything. So if people can go check it out, we got comic books, we got masks, there's movies, there's cameras, there's Tales from the Crypt comics, Tales from the Crypt trading cards. There's a prop replica of the PhD degree that was used in season 7 of Tales from the Crypt, I believe. There's just so much shit in there. So, I strongly suggest everybody check it out, do what you guys can, support her and everything. And I agree with Lance here. Jen Angle rules. She she does 100%. She's probably not even watching this though.
I apologize for the ghetto bird above if the sound comes through.
Oh no, you're fine, dude. So before we go ahead and end this, man, is there anything that you would like to plug out and everything? Maybe share, tell everyone where they could find you, all your stuff.
Yeah, definitely. As we've been talking about before, you can check out Normal Terror. If you look at the banner going across the bottom of the screen, you can check out my production company, Sacrificial Pawn Productions, at facebook.com/new style gore films. And then, of course, the promotion I'm doing right now with the Peanuts characters, the Peanuts Reunion. You can find them at facebook.com at Peanuts Reunion. We're also now on Instagram, and we're also on Twitter as well. So if you search up at Peanuts Reunion, you can find them anywhere. YouTube link to the Normal Terror sizzle reel is out. You can find me on Instagram at normal_terror_ the movie, Facebook at New Style Gore Films or Real Sam Mason, and also at Twitter at Real Sam Mason.
That's awesome, man. And honestly, from seeing this trailer and everything, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. And hopefully your next project, you want to come on again, maybe promote it too. It'd be a lot of fun, dude. I really enjoy what I see with your work, and I'm a huge fan of the way that you've done it with the practical effects. So I'm really excited to see where this goes for you.
I appreciate it, man. It's been an absolute honor. Thanks for reaching out and hitting me up, and asking me to be on the show. It's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. So, anytime you want me on, dude, you let me know, hit me up. You know how to contact me. And, yeah, dude, we'll get on here and have some fun. Maybe we'll bring out, the nasty boy, Chuck Nasty, and have some fun with him too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he would love that, man, for sure. Lance is saying, my boy Sam is blowing the fuck up. Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. And he says, love you guys. So
love you too, brother.
With that being said, man, let's go ahead and end this shit. So thank you again, man. I'm sorry we watched a shitty movie. Maybe one of these days we'll do a good movie one.
Hey, you know what, man? Whenever you want, we'll fucking get back on here and fucking we'll review a good movie.
All right. It won't be a good one. So
hey, dude, the bad ones are fun though.
They are. I'll at least make sure the next one's a fun one. This one wasn't.
All right. I'm good with that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you again, buddy. I appreciate it. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember, check out the fundraiser that we have going on. We're trying to support Jen Angle, support Make Malvolia season 4, the best one yet. So with that being said, guys, the crypt is closed.